guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Our girl finally got her own standalone card. I think it should have come a little bit earlier than almost 4 years, but CHEELAI finally has a unit, and she is ridiculously good. She is absurdly broken. I gave her some of the best equips I could, or the better equips we could here. Now, I do think full dodge is what you want to go for CHEELAI. I think giving her additional could work as well, because she does get 50% defense on her super attack effect. She seals, and she has a 50% chance to stun. So, for some super battle road stages, for sure, I do think that giving her additional could actually be very handy. But the thing with CHEELAI in particular, as a dodging character, is CHEELAI gets an additional 39% defense in the turn with every dodge she does. So maximizing her chances at dodging, giving her a full dodge build, I absolutely think is what you want to do here. You know, you just don't bring CHEELAI, right, against Broly or something like that, right? Like, yeah, you don't bring dodging characters to the fight that cancels dodging. But outside of that, dodging characters still dominate the game. Maximizing that ability of her to stack her defense in the turn as she's dodging, I think is the smartest thing to do there. So now let's go ahead and Dokkan Awaken her. I will go ahead and get her Link level 10, hopefully very quickly. And then we will take a look at our girl CHEELAI, Link level 10. But she's very good. I think they did a really exceptional job. I think this is a great way. I would love to see a 200% Dokkan Fest leader version of like this character right here. How insane that would be, right? These types of characters, these support, scouter, all this different stuff, stunning, sealing, CHEELAI is going to have real value for, like, years to come. She's solid. I like this CHEELAI quite a bit. Alright, guys. We are here. We have got our girl CHEELAI rainbowed. We got her, you know, equips, link leveled, all the good stuff here. Now, CHEELAI is a very, very ridiculously busted unit, right? Like, she's bringing so much to the table. It's like, we just got to quickly go over it, right? So, by the way, CHEELAI, right, like, she's not going to do any damage, but this is a character that I think is going to potentially age very good, because, again, everything she brings to the table, right? You can look at her super attack effects. She gets 50% defense, she does supreme damage, she seals, and she has a high chance to stun. So she is going to be a god in Dokkan Battlefield and Super Battle Road. She will completely obliterate those places. Now, one negative, well, probably the biggest negative for CHEELAI is her lack of category teams. She did get shafted off of a couple. I feel as though she could have been on Movie Heroes. I guess she's kind of, sure, right? She's on a Movie Hero, whatever. She probably should be on Dragon Ball Seekers. At one point, she wanted them. I don't know. It's just, right now, she's not on, she doesn't have a lot of spots to use, right? She's on Bond of Friendship, Peppy Gals, and Space Traveling Warriors. Now, Space Traveling Warriors gets a ridiculously good leader, and this CHEELAI is going to be absolutely crazy on that team, right? Like, she will work so good. This character will work good with every single character, right? So then we get to her passive, and it's like insanity, right? So she has a scouter, she rainbow orb changes, she has a 70% chance to dodge. She has the Whis defense mechanic, where she gets 39% defense with every attack evaded within the turn, which just continually stacks. She recovers 39% HP at the end of the turn every time she dodges 3 times in battle, which activates 3 times. She gives all allies 39% attack and defense and 3 ki, except for herself. She's not included in that. And then at the start of turn, she gets 3 ki and 139% defense. So this is a character that's going to be doing no damage, but she's going to be dodging, healing, supporting, rainbow orb changing, and giving you the scouter. Just like an absolutely incredible unit to use in difficult content, right? Now, her link set certainly could be an issue, right? We could take a look at this. She has Flee, Cold Judgment, Battlefield Diva, New Frieza Army, Solid Support, Brainiacs, and Shattering the Limit. It is such a bummer that she has this bullshit right here. New Frieza Army. Look at this link. This is abysmally bad. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know why they felt the need to do this. I just, like, unless Resurrection F is going to be really expanded upon with some of these characters, this is just a dead link on CHEELAI for no reason, right? They did not have to give her this. It's so stupid, right? So she has that. She also has Flee, which is pointless. Link's certainly not, you know, looking the greatest. Now, what is her defense right here? So we're at 185k. Remember, she gets 50% when she supers. This does include Cold Judgment being up, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. Now, one other combo to use with CHEELAI. Broly, CHEELAI, and Limo. Right? So you can run these two as a rotation, and remember, dodging, you guys know, is the strongest mechanic in the game. Dodge is the strongest thing you can do, because you cannot lose if you dodge everything. This combo right here is devastating, because remember, Broly, CHEELAI, and Limo, they have a 100% chance to dodge with 7 orbs, which, you know, once we have CHEELAI out here, it becomes quite a bit easier. Alright, so we activated defensive support as well, so that'll push her defense up a little bit more, which is good. We could have put CHEELAI in front of the attacks and stuff like that. She probably would have dodged as well. Damn, they need 7 orbs, so we're not going to get it. It's fine, whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what CHEELAI's stats and stuff like that is on this turn. Oh, one other thing that is important to mention, CHEELAI actually is a villain character. That is fairly important to go over, right? And I think that is a good thing, too, because her being a villain character, we barely get villains, right? So them doing shit like making CHEELAI a villain, or even having, whatchamacallit, like Hidden God Goku being a villain, or, you know, Frieza and Gohan being a villain, like, it's fine, right? Because the villain side needs those characters. I feel like CHEELAI being a villain wouldn't necessarily need to exclude her from movie heroes either, by the way. Remember that there is a Vegeta that's on movie heroes that has big bad bosses, by the way. That does exist, right? So, to be fair, though, that was, like, you know, super early on in the game's life cycle, right? Before they had established, you know, certain things. But, you know, it does still exist, that there's a Vegeta that has big bad bosses. So, that is one thing. I mean, if CHEELAI was on movie heroes, oh my god, would that be crazy. It would be so crazy if CHEELAI was on the movie hero category team. I mean, honestly, you could still run her, I mean, without a leader skill on teams, because her whole purpose for her kit is dodging, and she's supporting and scouter and all this stuff. Like, she can make an impact without a leader skill, right? So it's not like you could just throw her on teams, and it probably would be fine. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so this will be a fairly decent rotation right here. I guess I can do this right here. This will give her attack support, right? This will probably be the highest amount of attack we'll see from CHEELAI in the video. She's at 214k right there, okay. Now, CHEELAI, in terms of, like, a traditional showcase, it's like, dude, it's difficult, right? Like, this is not really like a showcase character. I mean, she is to help, you know, she's there to make other units be better, look better, and do better, right? CHEELAI is. Like, she's not really meant to just completely do all the damage and do everything herself. And I have no issue. So, we got her to a 1 million attack stat. Holy shit, okay. Again, I think that's probably the high point we'll see from her. But CHEELAI is not meant to do damage, right? And I think her design is fantastic. I really like, she gets no attack buffs in her passive, her kit whatsoever, not any place. Even her support, right, is specifically stated to be for only other allies, right? Self-excluded. So, you know, she's not getting any attack, but I think that this is an incredible design. There's so many teams that this character would help so much in. It is a shame that she's only on a few category teams. That's her only limitation, but it's like, dude, the second Space Traveling Warriors gets, like, you know, we got a Carnival LR Space Traveling Warrior character that's giving a 200% to that category. CHEELAI is going to be a god, right? Like, this is a character who is so good against, like, basically every fight in the game, as long as you can dodge. And Broly, and then CHEELAI is a god in every single fight like that, right? She is just a really, really great character. I like, there's not really too much for me to say, and there's not even really too much more for me to show with her either, right? It's just like, she's ridiculous, and that's kind of it, right? So I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You know, right now her only limitation again is sort of just being on only certain teams, right? Because remember, every dodge she's doing is giving her 39% extra defense, right? And then remember, every 3 dodges, she then gets that 39% heal as well. Her defense, if she gets a lot of dodges in, she's gonna be capable of tanking red zone bosses for double digits. Not like their super attacks, obviously, but like, you know, normal attacks and shit like that. Like, she'll be able to eat them for double digit damage. That's not going to be a concern, right? Like, CHEELAI is going to be really good. It's just right now she's just sort of waiting for a good team to explode on. CHEELAI is a great option here on Pan's team for sure. But like Pan's team, you know, it certainly could use some help. What we really need so badly, because I've been using, you know, all these teams in the new Wicked Bloodline Red Zone, and it's just, dude, like, people, I will say this, we need a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like, so bad, and, like, people will just, like, in their head think, like, oh, no, we just got, like, Super Saiyan 4s and all this stuff, like, dude, like, so many of these teams, like, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's team, Pan's team, a lot of teams need the help, like, right? Like, we need a Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 4 Goku right now to really help some of these teams out. And that would help legitimize the Pan team, where, of course, CHEELAI is pretty good on as well. Okay, so I'll probably just make this the last turn here. Again, I don't really know too much what to show with her, right? Like, we're sort of going over her abilities. I showed her, you know, get the guarantee, like, she gave the guaranteed dodge to Broly, CHEELAI, and Limo, because she Rainbow Orb changes for them. She gives the support, right? Like, this is just, like, a really crazy character. I think that this is one of the best units in the game. She brings so much to the table, or it's just insane, right? Orb changing, support, scouter. Everyone knows how busted the scouter is. You give that to a character that has a 70% chance to dodge and is doing all this, like, it's crazy. And that's why the combo with Broly, CHEELAI, and Limo is so crazy, because they guaranteed dodge, and then with the scouter, you can just slide them in front of where the super attack is and get the guaranteed dodge. It's just really crazy. I love what they did with CHEELAI, and it's like, it shows me that Dokkan themselves, when they're creating these units, that same thing I always say, where I do like this unit, but I think they'd be a little bit better if they took away some attack and gave them defense. And, you know, they essentially did that with this character. They gave her everything that I always want these characters to have, but they gave her no attack in exchange, which I think is more than fine. So, yeah, CHEELAI, I think, is absolutely a tremendously powerful and great character for sure. Alright, this is Cheerful Scouting Lifestyle, CHEELAI. Her leader skills, Bond of Friendship, category key 3 and 130% of stats. Her super attack is the Energy Shot, which greatly raises defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, seals enemy super, and has a high chance to stun. Just a ridiculous ability. Now, because of that, she basically has, like, the strongest super attack effect in the game. I don't know, unless you're gonna say, like, oh, I guess, like, Dokkan Fest Super Vegeta does have guaranteed crits. That's his super attack effect, right? Like, that is obviously super busted as well. But, like, 50% defense, a seal, and a stun is just so crazy. Now, you'll hear a lot of people talk about additionals for her, and, like, I can get it, but I feel like this character's all about her dodging. You want to give her as much dodge as possible. I think this girl, she just needs to be dodging. You have to give her dodge. I feel like full dodge is the only way to do it, especially because right now her teams are limited. You probably could get away with putting her on a team without a leader skill, and she's going to impact the fight hugely, right? She'll take a lot of damage if she gets hit. It's going to be like her getting one-shotted, but that's why you give her full dodge, and you probably could get away with that, right? Yeah, Red Zone Broly cancels dodge, but that's it. Cell Max, Metal Cooler Core, Omega, you know, Red Zone Cooler, Red Zone Metal Cooler, all these fights still exist, right, of similar difficulty level to Broly. So I think giving her full dodge is definitely the way to go. Her passive skill, CHEELAI's Care, gives her 3 key and 139% defense at the start of turn. She has a scouter. She foresees enemy super attack. She randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres, so she's a rainbow orb changer as well. She has a great chance to dodge, a 70% chance. Then she gets 39% defense with every attack dodged within the same turn. ridiculously powerful, right? You get a couple dodges off with her, and she could double-digit tank, like, basically all the bosses in the game, at least her normal attacks, right? Then she recovers 39% HP at the end of the turn in which she's evading an attack 3 or more times during battle. So essentially, I think the way this works is every 3 dodges, at the end of that turn, she heals 39% HP, and she can only do that 3 times. That's good. I guess because they limit it like that, that's how they can sort of keep it from being too OP. You could certainly early on in fights try and keep her from getting hit a lot of times, but that's a pretty underrated ability. 39% HP is a huge number, and she can do it 3 times just by dodging. This is what I'm saying. Like, you know, you will hear morons talk about how bad of an idea it is to give characters dodge, especially characters that already have dodge, but it's like, you need her dodging. You have to, like, everything around her is built around her dodging, so you want to give her as much dodge as you possibly can, right? And then finally, she gives all allies 3 ki and 39% attack and defense, with herself excluded. Ridiculously busted character, just doing everything so good. Her links are Flea, Cold Judgment, Battlefield Diva, New Frieza Army, Solid Support, Brainiacs, and Shattering the Limit. Her 12 ki multiplier is 140%. And then finally, here's where her, you know, real weakness kicks in. It's just her lack of teams, right? Not really a ton of places where you'll be able to use her at the moment. She's on Pan's Bond of Friendship team, is essentially the only real team she has right now, right? It's just Pan's team. That's it. She's also on Peppy Gals. I mean, Peppy Gals is not, like, this is not for real, right? Peppy Gals, no, led by Videl. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. And then, of course, there's also the Space Traveling Warrior team. Now, this is where things would get very sexy, very nasty over here. This team is crazy, but it doesn't have a great lead right now, right? So when this team gets some super powerful lead, it's going to be GG. Like, CHEELAI is going to be so crazy on this team, right? You have the god Raditz on here. Enough said, right? So let me know what you guys think of our girl CHEELAI. She is ridiculously, incredibly, super valuable good. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.